Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to March's Deck Strength versus Weakness series. And as voted on by you guys, the Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robinson is our deck of the month. We're now going to actually jump into our anti-pairs now, starting with Tarot, and tomorrow will be Oracle. I only have a couple decks to show you. Believe it or not, I don't have a lot of decks that ultimately don't pair with this particular deck, so bear with me. I do believe I only pulled one indie deck. The rest are all majors, or should I say not majors, mass market. Our very first deck, of course, is the Disney's Villain Tarot. And if I was smart, I would have actually pulled out the card that the deck actually has issue with. These are, it's a pip deck, but it does have all the villains in this deck, including Captain Hook. And of course, if anyone remembers Peter Pan, Captain Hook wasn't necessarily nice to the mermaids. So, as a mermaid deck, this is not a one that it favors, simply because of one of the villains in the particular deck. Oh, well, Shmee, or Shmee, this deck has no problem with him, but does with Captain Hook, which I don't know if I have enough time to find it. Probably not. There he is. Now, that's the one it has issue with. So, anyway, moving on. It's not often I have a deck that won't pair just because of one card, but that is one of the instances where it happens. Okay, this is the one and only indie deck I have to show you. This is the little Circus Tarot. And it is a little tarot because it's a majors only, and that's exactly the reason why it does not pair. The Mermaid Tarot doesn't like the fact that it is just a majors deck and that there is no minors whatsoever to it. The fact that it's a circus theme has nothing to do with it. Just like with the artwork, just because I say it doesn't pair has absolutely nothing to do with the artwork, and usually something to do with the energy of both decks. And some people are not going to like this. This is the Forest of Enchantment. A lot of us are familiar with this mass market deck. Linnea Weatherstone does this. I mean, there's Fey energy in here, there's Forest and Green Witch energy in here, and this is my Earth element deck, but that's exactly the reason why the Mermaid Tarot dislikes it. There's too much Earth. It is very solidly Earth, and this is very solidly water. And as much as that you think would go together, divine feminine elements, instead it just comes out all muddied. So these two, believe it or not, do not pair. The difference between land and sea. And moving right along, we have the Green Witch Tarot. Also another deck that a lot of us are heavily familiar with or have seen. It's quite common. And Murrah deck. And as much as this feels like autumn to me, the season in the deck is not what the Mermaid Tarot has an issue with. Believe it or not, these two decks do not pair because the Green Witch Tarot has too much witch energy in it. It's one of the things I've noticed about the Mermaid Tarot, that if you have a deck that has a lot of witch energy, witch vibes to it, purely just witch in it, chances are the Mermaid Tarot will not pair with that particular deck. So that's unfortunately one of the hang-ups from the Mermaid Tarot if you have a lot of witch-themed decks in your collection. And as much as I could pull a whole bunch of decks that have a strength versus weakness issue, that's not what I'm going to be showing you in this video. And now here's another mass market. This is the Guardians of the Night Tarot. Another common mass market. And yes, it does feature animals. rather than, you know, the traditional RWS. It has a lot of heavy animal energy in it, and that's precisely why the Mermaid Tarot has issues with it, is because there's too many different types of animal in it. Makes me think that maybe the Mermaid Tarot would have preferred it if it was actually a themed deck rather than a whole bunch of different types of creatures. Alright, I have one more deck to show you real quick. I didn't want to keep you here all day long by pulling every single deck that I have that doesn't pair with the Mermaid Tarot, but here you go. The last deck. This is the Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. Or for those of you that are familiar with my channel, this is my Chaos deck. It's usually the one I grab during Mercury retrograde. It's good of, you know, making sense of a lot of confusing astrological placements. It's very much an air deck. This is very much a water deck. So this is air versus water, where things get a little misconstrued, a little lost in translation, if you will. These two don't exactly like to communicate the greatest because of that issue. Alright, my lovelies. That's all the decks I have to show you. You know, recap reminder, the strength of this deck is manifestation or energy. The weakness is your higher self, and the job it is in my collection is it shows you where the energy is or isn't. And anytime I say something pairs or doesn't pair, it's about the energy in the decks. It's not about the aesthetics. So please keep that in mind. I do have a full list in the description box down below that you can see for other tarot decks that I have in my collection that do not pair with the Mermaid Tarot. And feel free to comment in the comment section down below if you've discovered any other decks. After all, this is a big giant index. It's good to know. Also, if you miss parts 1 through 3, they're also listed in the description box down below. You can expand that and go back through for this month's deck Strength versus Weakness series. It's the deck of the month. And I should have a poll up for May here shortly. April's is still ongoing. You can still vote as of the time this video is going to be posted, but that poll will be closing as soon, so take advantage of it. It's in my community tab. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.